All right, well, Bitcoin's actually not starting to look so bad. We had a drop the other day, but so far we have been able to kind of hold up. The 50-day moving average is doing its job and starting to flatten out here a little bit. I think that's intriguing. Ideally, send me notifications. No, thank you. Ideally, we can hold off of this low from the other day, and then we can start to meander back upwards. It appears that we're trying to do that here. We did hit on my 2 hour volume aggregation tool, or my 2 hour chart. We hit oversold pretty deeply, and we usually don't get down there that often, and usually that does mark some kind of a bottom. So I'm hoping that that is the case in this situation. Marked a bottom here. We bounced off the 30 a few times here, but we actually went under the 30 here, and I'm hoping something like that happening here will give us, a nice bottom. But on the daily time frame, um, Bitcoin's looking like a nicer consolidation. So welcome to Altcoin was trading. I'm Randy. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, and I'm going to mention Bitcoin Cash a little bit because it's behaving really well. Um, I generally like these types of charts when they come up. We have a lot of boxes up here looking at some horizontals, but if you actually remove the box, you can give yourself basically angled trend lines and form triangles up here. Well, obviously I do respect triangles. I do like triangles. I definitely try to look more for horizontals if I can. If, there's certain situations like Ethereum where you really can't make a horizontal range out of this. So of course you have to draw a trend line. But in this situation, it's pretty close. And so, horizontal does make some sense. But when you have a lower high and a higher low, triangle just fits the bill. And so there you have basically uh, my kid's doing triangles in math right now. I can't think of the type of triangle this is, whether it's two equal sides. Equilateral triangle? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Basically an equilateral triangle here. And should be continuation to the upside. So this day here may not be as damaging as it first appeared, and ideally we'll hold here and bounce back up. So if you want to take positions here, it's a little tricky. You've got to be okay taking a 3.5% stop loss. If you want to get tighter than that, you take a bigger risk of being stopped out, but you can make it 2.5% to the trend line. If you want to do something here, it's early, it's a little risky, and you have to be okay with the amount you're risking and okay losing it, okay? Because still a tricky market environment. We haven't, we haven't fully broken out of this pattern, so it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen. But this does look pretty good. And across the market yesterday, I don't think I mentioned it on this channel, but the opening candle yesterday had a pretty decent hammer candle. Let's go back to the index chart, and that one doesn't have as much volume either, but pretty decent hammer candle across the market. Actually, this hammer candle did have really good volumes on it, so I think since it's been respected, we can treat it with a little bit. Um, we can take it a little more seriously, I guess is a good way to put it. But overall, it does look like the market is stabilizing out for now. Hopefully that selling pressure subsides. Another good thing too is that you do have a declining selling pressure, and it doesn't hold the trend line here that I'm drawing, but it's not above it that much. Definitely not the amount that this red candle was. So selling pressure here could be showing actually diminishing selling pressure, in which case this is really not a horrible scenario. And so yeah, I was a little bit bearish yesterday. I'm a little less bearish today, and we'll see where we go. Other than that, let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash, which lately this thing has had really some amazing moves coming out of the low lows from 225. We're all the way up here at 650. That's a pretty substantial move. Great move here, very vertical, especially on this last day. And then coming out of this consolidation, 437, 508, and then into where we are now. And then today, while most coins are really not doing much, this is up 10%. Great volume signatures, tons of pocket pivots here. I mean, overall, Bitcoin Cash is really a well-behaved token, so I don't think there's really anything wrong with this name. And if the market continues up, which it looks like it will, just the question is when, right? Then here you're looking at a good situation, and I would not discount Bitcoin Cash. So I don't think you're entering this today, but I do think it should be on your watch list for potential entries. even on smaller follow-throughs like this 508, even this one, which didn't work out very well. Nice low and slow, had a nice pop out of it, but then it was done. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Yeah, really not much. Hopefully tomorrow and the weekend will make everything a little bit more clear. Hopefully, then maybe we'll try on Monday. You never know. You never know when the market's going to go, but it's looking good, and I like that. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Best Trading.